So I just got back from the bachelorette party. We had a great time. Um, but there was something interesting that happened, and it's just reminding me of the passage of time and how quickly you can go from, being the girl that's the center of attention to being, an adult and being older and having a certain level of maturity and still wanting to go out and have a good time. And I don't know, I think there's a lesson there that we really need to be gracious with each other and kind to each other because we're all going to die. Listen, none of us are getting out of this alive, so we might as well enjoy ourselves while we can. So we went to dinner, and we had a lovely dinner, and then we ended up going right down the street to a club. We were some of the first people in there. We were able to get some drinks. We got bottle service, which was really sweet. And then, so like it was a bachelorette party, right? So we all had like these little cards that are like dare cards, right? So you have to go and do what's on the card, right? Or there's like a little penalty. And one of the girls, her dare was to get a piggyback ride from some guy, I don't know. And so she decided to approach one of the guys that worked at the club. And he was, he was like a strapping, he was strong, and so she was like, of course, that would be the person, right, to do it. And like everybody knows that we're a bachelorette party. Like the bride is wearing a little tiara that says bride on it. Like it's obvious. We've been given bottle service because we're a bachelorette party. And the guy was, at first it was really interesting because at first he seemed like he was, cool to do it. And then he saw that the girl that was sitting at the door, right, and taking everybody's ID and taking money and stuff, saw that she was kind of laughing, not with us, but at him, and was like ready to take video on her phone. And then he got really self-conscious and uncomfortable and was like trying to like, and we kind of had to like kind of encourage him. And then he finally did it. But he was really nervous that this girl was going to videotape him giving one of the bridesmaids a piggyback ride. And it was just so interesting to me because I'm like, okay, so one of two things was going on there. Either this was a girl that he liked, or they were connected in some way. But it was just really interesting because first of all, she was not a girl's girl. She was not a girl's girl because if she was, she'd have seen, oh, this is a bachelorette party. They're asking him, it's something innocuous and simple. It's not a big deal. She would have been encouraging, like, oh, go ahead, have a good time. Like we're all just trying to have a good time, right? But she wasn't. And I was like, when did we, and I don't know, listen, she's younger. She's in her, like, I'm sure she's in her 20s. And maybe it's like a Gen Z thing where they think everything is cringe and so they don't want to do anything because they think everything is, and like, listen, the bride and all the rest of us, we are very much millennials. And so, we were going out when there were no cell phones and we could just dance and have a good time and be silly with each other and have fun and not worry about being cringe. But here she was, not being a girl's girl. And like, even if they were dating, like, come on. We were just like, it's a bachelorette party. We're not going to see each other again. Like, it's not a big deal. But it was just so interesting. And it makes me sad because she immediately got her phone and he immediately like kind of like froze and like didn't want to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because and it didn't matter what anybody else, I'm telling you right now, if she had not been there, he would have done it No questions asked. He would have laughed. He would have dapped us up. We would have had like a good time. Maybe we would have bought him a drink. Thank you so much. Like, it would have been cool. But because she was there and because she got her fucking phone, he was like, I don't know. And it makes me so sad for Gen Z because, and it makes me so sad for like young people who've grown up with these, see, listen, I'm never going to be monetized because I have to watch my mouth. Oh, but I think about that. Like when I was a kid and like when I was in the club with my best friend in college, and we would just dance and have a good time, and there were no phones, and you could be, a 20 something without any pressure. And now it feels like, everything, like I said, it feels like everything is cringe, and that's unfortunate. But that's it. I think I don't know. Now my ADHD meds are worn off, and now I've lost the fucking plot. But basically, the bachelorette party was fun. There was that one awkward moment, but like, one of the interesting things too was that there was a whole range of people in the club, right? There were us, who were millennial women, in our 30s and early 40s, and then there were like people who were older, maybe in their 50s, 60s, that were in the club too. And then there was like a whole gaggle of like 20 somethings, and it was fun. Like, I don't know. I just think that this whole thing with generations and stuff, and these fucking phones, man, they are so wonderful, and then they're not. But I just keep thinking about like, one day we are all going to be gone, and we got to find ways to enjoy ourselves and have a good time in the meantime. And as long as you're not disrespecting someone, and to be clear, we were not disrespecting this man. We asked him politely, and I'm telling you, if that girl with her phone was not there, he would have been like, yeah, of course. But as soon as he saw her with that phone, he like froze and got so nervous. And I'm like, that is so sad. Like, if it was a thing where he was like, no, I don't want to give this, I don't want to do a piggyback. I'm sorry. I'm just not. He could, and he could have just walked off and been done with it. But he didn't. And he hesitated, and he was like, it was like he was torn. And this is killing me because we got to get over it. We got to get over this cringe thing. Have a good time. Enjoy the people around you. Make connections. And I'm saying this I am such an introvert, y'all. I'm such an introvert. But when I'm around the right people and, in the right moment, like tonight was a bachelorette party for one of my dear friends, and I got to meet some other really great ladies, and we had a really good time. And it just, we got to come out of this BS cringe thing, because like, you are missing out. If you think everything is cringe, you're missing out. Period. Anyway, I had to get that out. I had to get that done, because the whole day went by and I didn't post my video. But now I'm home and I'm about to go to bed. But I just wanted to put that, because I was thinking about it, like coming home and just like thinking about when I was in college, and there was none of that. We were just having a good time with each other, and there was no worry about how you looked and the potential that what you did could be put on the internet, or put out there to shame you somehow. And that just makes me really sad. There's something to be said for enjoying the moment without our devices in our hands.